Hi everyone, Vindicated Jones here. Today's just going to be a quickie, but it's something I've kind of been noticing some commanders struggling with. Since the new engineer system has dropped, many people are now scooping up resources in their SRV. Some commanders seem to struggle or spend a lot of time collecting the pieces that are jettisoned from the mined rocks. The rest of you may have no problems at all and can zoom along collecting materials at a hefty pace. However, I wanted to make a video to help new commanders or those who may have not spent much time in their SRV collecting resources. Please note this is not a tutorial showing how to find materials or how to interpret the wave scanner, but more of a guide showing you how you can speed up the scooping up process. But there are some methods that can help you scoop them up a little faster. One of the first maneuvers is something I like to call the Mesosiderite Shuffle. It takes a bit of practice, but once you've done it a few times, you can hoover up materials faster than a coked out cheater with a dustbuster. The basic idea is to use your SRV's forward and reverse buttons while keeping the throttle wide open. Before you get started, make sure you have a button or key that is in easy reach of your throttle and have that bound to the toggle forward only throttle reverse function in your controller setup menu, and set it to toggle. First, lower your cargo scoop on your SRV. In fact, you should always probably keep this lowered as it doesn't impact the driving mechanics of the SRV. Line up the group of materials to be scooped up in front of you, push the throttle to full and head directly over one of the materials. Just slightly before you scoop up the material, immediately hit the reverse button, keep the throttle fully open and let your SRV skid forwards and scoop up the material. If you have timed it right, you should be able to pick up the material just as the SRV comes to a stop and starts moving in reverse. Reverse and line up for the next material item, select it and then hit the reverse button again. The idea is to avoid using the throttle and rely on balancing the forward and reverse momentum by using the reverse button. Just remember, when reversing, your steering inputs will also reverse. It'll take a little while to get into the rhythm of doing it properly. Once you've got the swing of it, you can scoop up materials in no time. Another method that works best when all the materials are clumped together in the same spot is a method I call the pooper scooper. This is often found on moons with a heavy gravity, as the materials are just immediately dropped to the ground instead of flying through the air on low gravity planets. The process is extremely simple. Position your SRV over the clumps of materials and go across to your nav panel. Select the Contacts tab, then select each material and lock it. If it's close enough, then it'll be automatically scooped up. Repeat this process for each material item. If there are any materials out of range, then just scoop them up normally. And there we go. See, I told you it'd just be a quickie. Most of you probably already do this, but those who don't, give it a try and see if it can help you get those pesky little mats a little faster. If you want to increase the fun factor of collecting mats and you're on a low gravity world, you can play Material Slam Dunk. Basically the premise is to shoot the rock, and while the materials are still in the air, use your thrusters to fly through the air and pick up as many as you can in one go. 1 is pretty easy, 2 is a bit harder, and 3 is extremely difficult. Well, for me anyway. Just another quick tip, and something I have found very useful, is the Wave Scanner website. This is a great resource in understanding and interpreting what your SRV's wave scanner is telling you, and giving you a better idea what to prioritize in your scanner's display. Link is in the description. If you like this video or any of my other videos, please consider supporting me on Patreon. The more support I can get from you guys means more time I can take away from my day-to-day work and direct it towards making more content. If you can't, then supporting me by liking the video and subscribing would also be fantastic. Also, don't forget to add me on Twitter to keep up to date with what I'm doing and other silly shenanigans. This is Vindicated Jones signing off. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you out there in the big black.